Hey, Stefan, you're asking for what's our favorite words in our native language. I don't know if I can do it under 1 minute. I'll try it in 2 minutes, okay? Yeah, it'll be English, but I'm giving some French equivalents here. The word hearse in English is a word that was used for the vehicle that transports the deceased person, okay? Or for the people who don't know the word deceased, that's the dead person. Um, this word is a single word that has one meaning, and it's only for one type of. There's no other. The word is not used in any other context. And actually, the same true in French. In French, that word is the only. It has no other meaning. It's only used for that vehicle. And the reason why I remember the word is because there are two contexts I remember. Um, the one of them was the later one when my uncle passed away from cancer in 1989, and my his son, my cousin, had married a Ukrainian girl, and she was had just come to live in the U.S. just a couple months earlier, and so she had not didn't speak English very well, and so that was a word she got to learn that day. Hers is just that we were using that in the family that day. From the family is very close, and so it's a unique word, unique meaning, and at least two of the languages I speak natively, quite natively, okay? And I've had to use that word in other contexts in France as well. The second word, and the second meaning of that was because when I was 15 years old, I got to drive at 15 years old. I was driving my father's car. I had a license. I had a driver's permit, and we had a station wagon, a white station wagon. And we called it. We called it the White Hearse. So yeah, I remember that one. I got to drive that around, take my girlfriend. It's like they were driving the White Hearse. Okay. Because it's a hearse. I mean, it's a white car, and it's a big station wagon. Yeah, I don't remember. It was a Chrysler or something. I remember what it was. The second word, my favorite one, and there'll be only two here, is the word spigot in English. Now, the reason why I like that one because it's how do you write it? Okay, I always ask people, how do you write the word spigot? And that one's a hard one because it's not a word that it's not a word that you have to write, right? It's a word that you say, and it's a word that has a meaning that's very specific to an outdoor water faucet, okay? But it's outdoors and usually in the garden, but never attached to a sink, right? How do you spell it? Well, we say spigot when you say fast because people think it's CK, so they write it down CK, but I've never seen it written. Well, I'm going to get to that. Like I said, I have seen it written once in my life, but people think it's CK, so when they write it down on some kind of piece of paper or something, if they happen to do that, they don't know how to write it. They don't know it's SPIGOT. But one time they think it's a CK because you say spigot, and that's a phonological meaning. It's a phonetical, but it's phonetic, but it's actually phonology that the pronounced sound will be because of the well, it's actually the same thing as water. Why do we say water with a D sound rather than a T sound? Same thing. Okay, I don't want to get into this. The stop sounds, the pronounce the voiced voiced consonant, the voiced consonant stops that are actually turned into a non-voiced one. Or not speak. Yeah, it is. So it's a voice turned into a non-voiced stop consonant that in the middle of the sound, in the middle between two vowels. I'm not going to go into the details of all this, but that's why it is. Okay. Now, I have seen it written once in my life, and where was that at? Seven Falls, Colorado. This is in 2010 in August. My sister was living there. My wife and children went there a month ahead of time, and I joined them for the second month. And we were visiting all the Pikes Peak area because they were living in Colorado Springs, and we went to the Seven Falls one day, which has this down at the bottom. There's a bathroom, and then there's this stairway that goes up all the falls. I learned that day that I have fear of heights. I didn't know I had fear of heights until I came back down that thing. I'll tell you, it was hard coming back down. Okay, I remember that day. But so the two things I remember that day was my 5-year-old child and my 7-year-old child helping me come back down. Okay, the stairways were walking me down, walking their dad down because I'm just like, oh, I can't handle this thing. Okay, But down at the bottom in that bathroom, there is a sign on the wall above the sink that I actually took a picture of, but I don't think I've got it marked because I was on my BlackBerry at the time. And it had the word spigot spelled correctly. Spelled correctly. Spigot spelled correctly. I've never seen the word spelled before. Well, somewhere I learned it spelled. I don't remember, but it's the first time I've actually seen it spelled anywhere in an announcement. And it was spelled correctly. In fact, I would like to get somebody to take a picture of that. Someone in Colorado to go take a picture and go to that bathroom and actually take a picture of that. I will pay for that picture, okay? I will pay for it. And it was spelled correctly with a G-O-T. So yes, that was my second favorite word. And those are my two favorite words of the day. Thanks for listening. And I didn't do it in 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. We'll see.